Hello and welcome to On Europa League Playoffs, second leg. Great games ahead of us with a lot of Turkish, Dutch and a great Roma Porto. To start with Alain Valnegri. Hello, Alain. I hope you are ready for these games. Actually, only AZ, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, Anderlecht is over. In the other ones, I think we have some fights. So guys, stay with us, of course. Press the like, subscribe. Let's go on now with the show. And the first game is the best game we have in this Europa League playoffs. Roma, Porto, two teams used to play in the Champions League. As we commented in our previous video, Alain, Roma were looking good at the time. The opposite for Porto, and indeed Roma caught a great draw in 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝐻𝐿, taking the lead with 𝐶ELIC, even if Cristante saw a red card at the weekend. They beat Parma with a great goal by a free kick. And Roma have the upper hand because they are great playing at home. Alain, in Europe, even only in the Europa League, is 17 wins, 1 draw and only 2 defeats in the last 20 home games in the Europa League.
Yes, it's the best moment for Roma in the season. Their Ranieri work really well, and the team feel comfortable. The last game in Parma, Ranieri do a lot of turnover, but he won, and respect to the position where he found the team, and the team right now is a totally different team, because now they're only 5 points to the Conference League, and 2 months ago it was an utopia to watch Roma in this position. Europa League is the in my opinion the biggest goal of Roma this season, and probably the easy way to catch the Champions League. It was the objective during the summer. The beginning of the season was terrific for Roma, and Ranieri tried to do a good Europa League and try to win this Europa League. Is the ambition of the team. In front, we have Porto improve a little, but it's not a strong Porto. We saw the last weekend against Ferencvaros 1-0, but the team has had the control of the game, and that one is a good news for Porto. And another good news and is the shootout. In the shootout, and they don't receive a goal. They won 1-0 before traveling in Rome is a good news. But in my opinion, it will be not enough. Roma is favorite, and I see Roma winning. I choose Roma winning, odds 1.80.
We don't have to forget, even I would say, Alain, to pay tribute to Pinto da Costa, the president of Porto. We cannot understand the successful Porto with Jose Mourinho, for instance, without the figure of Pinto da Costa.
But I will be buy a book about his life, because his life is a rock and roll singer life, and I will be send you for your birthday.
Well, Porto, by the way, already lost at the Olímpico this season, 2-1 in the group stages. Next game is Bodo Glimt, Twente. Bodo lost 2-1 in the very last minute. I think actually you tipped Bodo to catch something from the Netherlands, and they were this close again after a penalty. Always competing, this Norwegian team. I guess both teams to score should be on the cards. In Europa League, for instance, they were able to beat Porto or Besiktas playing at home, and is another team with a great home record in Europe.
Yes, they deserve to win the game. Twente, we don't saw the best version of Bodo Glimt. It's clear that the team needs some risk right now, because the Norway League is top, is not playing and it's always the same problem with the Scandinavian team in February when the European competition are back. But in spite of that, we saw a good version of Bodo Glimt size, the return of the Europa League. We saw Bodo Glimt catch a good draw in Nice. They won against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Now they don't have choice to win in the first leg. Right now they play in the north of Norway. I think that one can be affected. Twente is in a very good moment because the last defeat was 1 month ago in Eredivisie against Breda. We saw a good version of Twente. Away too is a productive team, really offensive team. Twente can planify a match plan without the ball, and that one can make the difference for Bodo Glimt, because Bodo Glimt, when they're played away, they're really strong. The conditions are extreme, and is one of the surprise I choose for this week. I choose Bodo Glimt winning at home, odds 2.07.
Next game, Steaua PAOK. The tie is almost over after the Romanian team won again in Greece for the second time this season. They beat PAOK. Tyson was sent off, and also in this Europa League we've seen Steaua playing good games at home. Only Man United could win there, but they struggle. So Alain, is almost over, I guess, for PAOK.
Yes, Steaua was better in spite of the first hour. Some people said yes, but with Tyson sent off, it was de facto to permit to Steaua to win the game. I'm not agree. I think Steaua in the first half was most dangerous respect to PAOK. They create much more, and is not casual when you won 2 times in the same stadium against the same team in 𝗏𝗏 Stadium. Not a lot of teams won 2 times in the same season. It's a really difficult stadium to win in Thessaloniki, and Steaua, I confirm, is the biggest surprise in this Europa League. And now PAOK must to attack. PAOK have a lot of powder in the offensive line with Constantelias, with Samata. Samata is back. He start to score again with interesting frequency. PAOK must to attack in this game, and in my opinion, PAOK can be scored in Bucharest, and Steaua, we know Steaua, and Steaua, in my opinion, will be scored. For that reason, I choose both teams to score. Odds 1.79.
Let's move to the next game, Galatasaray AZ. This is the other early kickoff. The tie is almost over, although you never know. In Turkey, 4-1 for the Dutch team. 4 consecutive wins in all competitions for AZ. Away, by the way, in this Europa League, 3 defeats and only drew. To Ludogorets, Galatasaray, I guess Alain also thinking in Fenerbahce. And my question to you, if after this poor Europa League, because remember they qualified in the last game, if they are going to give everything to qualify in this game, or they are already thinking on next Monday where they are going to play Fenerbahce?
Yeah, it's hard defeat. The first leg is an hard defeat, in my opinion, because 4-1 confirmed the really poor Europa League. Because after 6th journey, Galatasaray was the best attack in this Europa League. What happened? In Europe, they have especially a competition problem when they're played away. Since the beginning of the season, they don't won a game away, and the schedule was not impossible because, okay, in Ajax is difficult, but in Malmo, in Riga, that film Galatasaray must to impose his football against young boys are doing a really bad season, especially the first part of the season. Young Boys in Switzerland is the worst season in the last 10 years. And in spite of that, Galatasaray don't win in that field. And now they must have a strong reaction, an emotional game. You need to score 3 goals, you need an emotional game. You must to start really hard the game. The advantage, they play against a team who want to play. And at Zeta, when they played, normally we saw a really high average of goals score and concede. And Galatasaray yesterday, they saved a victory against Osimhen is back, and that one is the news for Galatasaray. And I don't choose 1x2, but I think Galatasaray will start really aggressive, really hard, and I think in the first half we will see goals. Is the most risky odds I choose this week. Over 1.75 goals in the first half. Odds 2.16.
Well, you need 2 goals, guys, and of course Galatasaray need to have a strong start if they want to dream to qualify for the next round. Again, they need at least 3 goals. 4 more games we have in this Europa League. Ajax Royal Union Saint-Gilloise is the next one, 2-0. For the Dutch team when they play in Belgium, so the tide is almost over. I think you actually tipped Ajax to win. They are in great form. They are leaders in the Eredivisie, 5 consecutive wins in all competitions. So, Alain, even the odds to back Ajax again are good. It's almost 2.
Yes, bookmaker are really positive with Union Saint-Gilloise. But Union Saint-Gilloise, the season is pretty good because they conserve his competitivity and they conserve his place in the top 6 in Belgium. And it was the objective. It was the goal. When you lose every season your best player, it is difficult to conserve your competitivity. And that one pass a lot of to a lot of team in Belgium. It's not like Holland, where the big 3 is really dominant. Maybe you have one team do a bad season, but Saint-Gilloise keep his competitivity. Now the question is what happened with the offensive way, because it's the first time in the season they don't score in two game consecutive, and right now there must have a reaction because after the defeat against Ajax. A bad defeat, we can say that, because Ajax was better in the first and in the second half, in the accurate in front of the goal. They deserve the 2-0. In spite of that, I think Saint-Gilloise will do a third game without score a goal. Ajax at home score with high frequency. I choose both teams to score. Odds 1.72.
Next one, Anderlecht Fenerbahce, almost over. I would say here as well, Fenerbahce thrill, Anderlecht 0, with the stars of Fenerbahce scoring, Zeko, Tadic and El-Nesyri, also 5 consecutive wins for them in all competitions. So I guess it's almost over. The only thing is if Fenerbahce are going to relax, Alain, for this game.
Probably Mourinho will be made to turn over with the new player. We will see Diego Carlos, Skriniar, we will see Talisca in the field, because he has a lot of injured player. Or Diego Carlos, maybe I am not sure if he is in the list. Maybe it's a mistake. Sorry, but okay. Now Fenerbahce, the focus is for the derby, because they have 6 points less respect to Galatasaray. If they lose the derby, Turkish Super League is finished, and we are in February. Galatasaray, Mourinho can't permit that. Mourinho must to be competitive, must to catch a point or a draw in Galatasaray Monday. And we know Mourinho, we know his modus operandi, and normally Galatasaray will be do a turnover. The advantage is comfortable because I think in the first leg we don't saw Anderlecht. Anderlecht don't exist in Turkey, but there will be take a revenge. The reaction in 𝐶𝐴𝐴 was good because 𝐶𝐴𝐴 is a difficult field for Anderlecht every time in the south of Belgium. A short victory, but 1-0. Vasquez score, and Anderlecht won a dream. The squad is complete. Maybe 𝗀𝗏𝗿𝗀 is in doubt, but I think, in my opinion, 𝗀𝗏𝗿𝗀 will be in the field. Anderlecht won a dream. Fenerbahce have the focus to the derby, and the odds for Anderlecht is an invitation to try. Anderlecht winning odds 2.85.
Indeed, I think the bookies are taking all this in consideration, and this is why the odds in general are really high for this outcome. Fenerbahce to win is 2.5, also really high odds. Next one is Real Sociedad Midtjylland. This is almost over again because Real Sociedad had the difficult task and they were successful to win in Denmark 2-1. Bryce Méndez and 𝗍𝗏 scoring, I guess, or I think, Alain, they are completely focused now in the knockout competitions in Copa del Rey, where they are going to face Real Madrid in the semifinals. And in Europe, almost over, no? I would say for Midtjylland, they had 2 wins in this Europa League away against Ludogorets or Maccabi, but both teams are lower level than Real Sociedad.
Yes, always score 2 goals. And in another game against Steaua in Bucharest, they received 3 goals. In Bratislava, they received 3 goals. Midtjylland must to attack. Must to happen. Real Sociedad is difficult to understand the season of Real Sociedad. Because in the game, I remember in the first leg, nobody believed in the victory of Real Sociedad, and the odds market for the goal was really high, and Real Sociedad won a game easily in Denmark. Now, for the second leg, is really favorite. I think 150 is a very good odds because the difference between both teams are major. Now, when we have that type of game, a really offensive team played away, must to recover 1 or 2 goals, normally we saw goals. And I choose the market goal for this game, over 2.25 goals, odds 1.68.
And the last game is Victoria Plzen Ferencvaros. This is really open. This is really interesting. Ferencvaros won 1-0 in Hungary with Abu Fani scoring the winner. At home, Victoria Plzen, they've beaten Real Sociedad or Anderlecht, for instance, in this Europa League. Ferencvaros, on the other hand, they are getting poorer in their league, Alain, and they also lost to Frankfurt, PAOK or Anderlecht already in this Europa League. We have Victoria Plzen very favorite to win this game, 1.70, even to qualify is 1.95, so the bookies still trust the Czech team.
Yes, because right now he's in the best moment of form in his local league. What happened in Ferencvaros? What happened? Because since to the beginning of the year, they lose the leadership, and right now they're down 5 points difference with Puskás Academy. And the question is, the focus is in the Europa League, because against Plzen we saw the best version of Ferencvaros. When they played at home, Ferencvaros in this Europa League do a really good game. It is not the first season. It's since 3-4 seasons, Ferencvaros improve a lot. When they played at home, is really competitive team. Now it will be like the first game, a really direct game. I remember the first leg, I predict a lot of corner. 16 corner in the game. Now I choose another market because Plzen, when they played at home, is really difficult. First, score against Plzen, and second, at home, every team suffer when they play there. The Manchester United suffer in Plzen with the goal in the last minutes with Højlund, and with the problem Ferencvaros have right now, if he is vestiary, I think Plzen will be win. I choose Plzen winning, odds 1.70.
Well, this is it. In the Europa League, much more interesting games are coming because we have Tottenham or Man United, for instance, or Lazio or Athletic or Frankfurt or Lyon waiting for us in the next round. So in a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, we are back with the Europa League. In the meantime, remember that you can post your own tips in Ħodspedia and win some cash prizes, and also, of course, create your own custom competition thanks to rivals. Alain, safe bet?
Bodo Glimt Twente 1x 1.33.
ACCA?
Anderlecht Fenerbahce 1x, Roma Porto over 1.75 goals, and Steaua PAOK over 1.75 goals for a total 3.12.
Thank you, Alain. Best of luck to everyone. Bye-bye.
Ciao.